Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do a quick video for you, as promised, it's going to be a do-it-yourself tutorial, and it's also going to be an answer to a question that I got so much from probably one of my most viewed videos. It's about the silk headscarf. When you wrap your hair afterwards that I had shown, and everybody kept asking me, where do you get the silk headscarf from? Silk's too expensive. Can I use satin? This, that. Basically, I know some people say they use satin, but you really, and I mean, I guess that's a matter of preference. I shouldn't say you shouldn't use it, but silk works the best. So what I've done is, little things you can do is look around your closet. I know that silk is really expensive to buy. So for example, does that show up? I have like this beautiful 100% silk zebra dress. I can't, let me see if I can, there it is. It's amazing, but I'm not going to cut this up, so I'm just going to leave it there. What I did do though is I did go shopping at a local secondhand store. You can dig through your old clothing, anything, old skirts, shirts. But I went to a secondhand store and went item by item looking for anything made of 100% silk. And there's a really big, a lot of the polyester stuff feels like silk, so make sure you're feeling around and making sure if the item doesn't have 100% silk written on it, I probably wouldn't buy it unless you know what the silk feels like. But other than that, you just walk around, you look for anything. It's not gonna work, but it'll say silk on it. And your best bet is, if you are gonna thrift shop for it, go to the super, no, I'm not gonna say it that way. Go to the large, double extra large, triple, quadruple extra large section, because the more material you can get, the better. One thing I found though, excuse me, was that I really did not find, I don't think I found anything bigger than a size large, because of course, the more silk they use, the more expensive the item, and I don't think people want to pay that much for it, so for just a shirt. So, well, this one was a size 14, which I don't know what the equivalence would be. Anyways, so what I did, and the other thing is, I have a whole drawer down there full of lingerie. So one other thing you can do is go through your lingerie. Look for stuff that you bought that is 100% silk. Again, try to look in the tag and see if it says polyester or silk. This was from La Senza. Anything that has just 100% silk, okay? And you'll know the feel versus polyester and stuff, and you'll be a pro at it after you figure it out. The other thing is, if you can find something, the reason why I say the largest size, because we're going to cut it. So if you can find anything, I'm going to show you how to do it using this nightgown, and I'm also going to show you how to do it using, I know you're like, whoa, that's so weird looking, this button-up shirt, okay? We're gonna take them all apart, and this video is actually gonna be a two-part video. So the first one I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna show you, oh, actually, we're gonna make it into 3 parts. First video is going to be how to make a headscarf, okay? And at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you how you can sign up, I guess, I don't know, how you could possibly win the item I'm going to make, and I'm going to give it away to somebody. I will talk more about that at a different time though, okay? So first things first, let's start. I'll show you the ones that I picked out. Oh, also, if you don't want to watch this video, you can go to the link below. It'll link you to my blog, and I'll have picture by picture for you there. So if you want to just follow pictures, you can do that as well, okay? So we got this funky colored woman's blouse. Okay, then I found this one here, which was like a brown snake skinny, or some kind of animal print, like giraffe, zebra, zebra, that's not what I meant. I don't know what this is. Maybe snake, maybe something, armadillo. This black and purple one here. I literally spent a lot of money on this, so we're gonna give them all away because I don't need them. I've already got stuff. And this one, I couldn't believe this. If anybody knows who Oscar de la Renta is, I love you. But I found this shirt, okay, pink and white polka dots, by Oscar de la Renta, okay. Are you kidding me? I was so blown away. When I saw it, I was like, I'm just gonna buy this because it says Oscar de la Renta and I'm gonna sell it online. And then I felt it, I'm like, oh crap, it's silk too. So I guess we're just gonna sew it up. And again, the last one is just this red negligee. Okay guys, so what we're gonna do is we are going to, let's start with, which one do we want to do? We will do the red one. I think so. Okay, so we are going to lay this down. I'm going to move my stuff off of here. And lay it down. All right, ready. So what I'm going to do is lay this out. I should mention that you really should wash everything before you decide to use it. So I'm actually going to do this one here, throw the rest, because this one was mine, throw the rest in a pile of laundry, and I'll work with them and you'll just see them in the video. So what we're going to do here is we are going to cut, and it doesn't have to be perfect, you're just going to be wrapping it on your head, okay? So I'm going to start about here, measure it out. You want to do at least the width of your head. So if you are starting from scratch and you have your own, why do I not have a measuring tape here anymore? Hello, my name is Unprepared. Okay. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to measure from the back of your neck to the top. So literally from there to here, and that should technically be the width that you want to do, okay, from here to here. So that way when you put it over your head, you're covering that whole area. And we're going to use the long pieces to wrap. And I'll show you how in just a little bit. So I'm going to measure mine, and I'm going to make the cut, pin it down together so that way you have one smooth cut across, and I'll meet you right back. Okay, so with everything pinned in place, you want to see how much material you can get out of it. So as far as you can go, once you've measured your head and you know, let's say your head only comes up to this much, if you can get some more out of it, take it, because we're going to use the last little bit of it to sew up. But you want to make it as long as possible, okay? So for now, all we're doing is separating it from the parts that we don't want, which are all these pointy extra parts at the top, okay? Now I assume that what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to draw a line on it. So do that with chalk or whatever and cut. For me, I don't really care. I'm just going to cut because I will fix it later when I'm hemming or folding it over to sew it. Okay, so right now all I want to do is separate it. Separate. So we're going to get rid of this part because we don't need it right now. But I am going to get rid of these because when I was younger I stepped on a needle just like this. It was a sewing one actually. And it went through my foot and blah 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 blah. So you're left with this piece here. Don't get rid of this. I will show you what to do with it after. Okay, so now we've got this eternity scarf looking item. Okay, and what we're going to do here is, we're almost there. We are going to open up one of the edges. Okay, so you might want to flip it inside out so you can see where the seam was. And we're just going to go right next to the seam and pull it apart. You want to cut that entire piece right off, okay? And we will finish it with our own edging afterwards. So let's go ahead and cut that. And I'll be right back. Okay. The reason I'm stopping the camera and coming back every time is because I'm actually taping this and taking pictures for you. So if you want to get, just skip through all this and just watch it, you can. Okay, I'm actually going to leave that part because what we're going to do is I can just fold it right over and sew it down. So that's not a big deal. We'll leave it. Okay, so now you're left with a whole strip, okay? Just one big sheet. So, I'm just going to tell you really quickly what we're gonna do with it. With your one big piece, once your hair is all tied up, what I'm gonna do is let's just put it in like a quick little twisty bun. Okay, this is how easy this is. So, you know, I mean, this negligee didn't cost me anything, but assuming you went out and bought one, you thrifted one, whatever the case is, this may only cost you $5, $6. If you were to go to the fabric store, which in Windsor here, our store doesn't carry any because they said that, you know, silk is really expensive and da-da-da-da-da, and they didn't want to carry it here, which is fine. I don't care. So, okay, all I'm gonna do, I know this is not the way you girls are going to wrap your hair, but for me right now, I just want it out of the way so I can show you. So I'm just gonna pin it. How far are we? Got a little bit of time. I don't want to make this video too long. Okay. So, with that being said, all you're going to do when you do wrap your hair, you'll notice there's two sides. There's one that's a shinier side and then one that's like just a softer side. Try to wrap your hair, not try, you can do it, just flip it over lazy, and wrap it with that side. So what I'm going to do is place this just like that, okay? So see how it covers the back of my neck? And when I tie it tighter, it'll go right to the back. So, you will pull it, okay? Wrap in. Now, you'll notice that I shouldn't have tied my hair like that. Had I have not done this huge silly bun up here and it was just wrapped around my head, I would have been able to get this right under. Okay, this part should tuck right in, which it does, but again, you're not sleeping with your hair wrapped like this, but that's all it is, okay? You don't even have to finish the edges. It may fray a little bit, but not nearly enough that it's anything to worry about. So I'm gonna take this off. If you are finished with this and you would like to sew it up, okay, all you're going to do is keep the silk side nice, fold, lay it down, and you're going to fold down just like this. Let me show you down here. Okay. You are going to want to fold just a little bit, just like that, okay? The entire length of it. I'm going to make it smaller than that. Okay, just like that. And you'll go right across the entire scarf. And as you're sewing with your machine, you will pull these out slowly. Okay, don't worry about pinholes. The great thing about silk is when you steam it with a steamer, all the holes go away. So don't worry about that. Okay, and again, same thing with the ends. You will fold them in and you will sew them down just like that. Okay? Okay guys, so the next thing we're going to do is we are going to take this lovely and gorgeous Crazy Clown silk button-down shirt, okay? And what we're going to do is we are going to lay it down. I'm going to show you guys how to use this shirt to do it because I know sometimes it's hard if you don't find a nightgown or you don't want to even go vintage shopping in the ladies' nightgown section because you're like, ew, I don't want to put something on my head that somebody may have done something else in. And I don't blame you, which is why I used my own. But again, I have that entire drawer that's erupting. I shouldn't be talking about lingerie and eruption in the same sentence. Anyway, so this is what we're going to do. Down. So what we're going to do here is we are going to take our shirt, okay? I'm grabbing it right below the armpits, okay? And I'm going to lift up and lay down. Okay, by doing this, I have given myself, we're taking half. One half, which is the top half of this blouse, we don't want. We want the bottom half. And I'm going to flip it this other way so that you can see why. Okay, here's the front side of the shirt with the buttons right down here. Okay, we want the bottom half of the shirt because when we open up the buttons and open it, it's going to open, it will open like this, like that, okay, which will create an even longer material for us. Okay guys, so what you're going to do is line it up with the pins the way we did the red one, and you're going to cut across, okay, so that we separate this from the top part, and don't throw away the top part because I'll show you what to do that when we get back, and I'll meet you guys back here in a little bit. Okay guys, so once you have that all cut out, you're going to want to undo this, and same thing as before. You can fold down the edges, okay, pin it down, sew it across, and now I'm going to show you same thing. I'm going to put the part, so you'll see here how it swoops down. We are going to put, again, the softest part against us, so it means you're going to have the uglier side on the outside, but that's okay. Okay, and to the back, I'm just leaving my hair in a ponytail, but you know how to wrap your hair from the last videos. Okay, and we're going to hold tight. Okay, and for this, I'm actually just going to wrap it like this. Sometimes you don't want to sleep with the knot at the back, so I'm just showing you another way. Okay, we will hold that down, and you can do like a little thing just like that, or you can tuck it under, but it's no big deal. If you are going to tuck it under here, that way it's not ruining anywhere else where you've rolled your hair. And just make sure to tuck these guys in so that all of the silk is flush against the rest of your head. Okay, and that's basically how to do that. So same thing goes for any of the other materials I have. All you're going to want to look for is the largest part, oops, I should untuck this, is the largest piece of silk material that you can make a long rectangle out of for your head size. And that is that. I tied this a little tight here. Okay, which is good. You want it to be tight. Okay, and that's it. That's all it is, guys. So I'm going to give these away, the red one as well as this one here. So stay tuned. I will make a video after all of these. I'm actually going to make another video that shows you guys how you can also use the leftover materials to make two other things. One, we are going to make a eye mask. So if you don't want to sleep with this, but a great thing that actually Marilyn Monroe used to use a silk pillow sheet for her hair to keep it nice and silky smooth, stop breakage and all that stuff, as well as to help with fine lines and wrinkles around your face. So with the last two garments that I have, as well as all of our leftover material, I'm going to show you guys how to make in two other videos. Click here to see the sleep mask tutorial, and click here so you can see how to make a pillow. Alright guys, if you have any questions, leave a comment down below, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Again, go to my website if you guys want to see how to do it step by step with a video, so you're, I'm sorry, with pictures, so that you're not watching the video if for some reason you don't have speakers or whatever the case is. I don't know why you're on YouTube, but that's it. Okay guys, have a great day. Bye.